Hello, Collective, and welcome to the Humble Sage. If you're new here, please be welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you are returning, thank you for supporting my channel. Either way, you're very much appreciated. Collective, today we're going to be doing a general reading. Therefore, take what resonates and leave what does not. And it's also a timeless reading, so whenever it finds you, it's for you at that time. Okay, Collective, let's get stuck in. Oh, before we continue, if you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. Keep you updated for any future developments. Your Collective. The Five of Swords in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the High Priestess. This genuinely looks like the end of some internal conflict, which is reflecting outside of you. So we'll keep on going. You see, because these three swords are here, right? It's almost like saying, well, whatever pain or heartbreak you went through in the past you've got it in control now, in a sense, right? You see here, I was not clutching onto these swords, just kind of holding them. And that's important because it shows that you're not holding on to that pain in a drastic way, but it's always going to be there with you because it's a part of your journey, right? But it's not controlling you, right? It's not in any way burdensome. Back here, though, however, these two swords, like this one and this one, they're on the ground. And I think external to you, it's like whatever external conflict there was is no more. It's almost like saying you can put the sword down now. You know, there's no need for deceit, there's no need for battle. You know, and that's to say, Collective. No one's saying that you were deceitful, right? It's just that in this case, it could be that, you know, things get heated and there can be arguments. That's life. You know, we're human beings after all. This is like saying, well, you can put the sword down now, you can find some peace. Right? The Six of Wands in reverse. It's interesting to me. Okay, you want to be seen? Ten of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Swords in the upright and the Four of Wands. You know what, Collective? That's very, very interesting. What this looks like is, right, with this Six of Wands in reverse, it's like someone's not happy about that. Because it feels like someone feels like in some way that maybe they still want to be in this energy. Like they still want this to happen. They still want there to be conflict. But if you're at peace, Collective, then it just shows their truth, right? If you're at peace with yourself and at peace with your environment, indeed, if your waters are balanced here, right, and the skies are clearing, and you can look and just be calm like this, and like whoever these energies are have turned their backs. These don't have to be people. These could be situations in life. Maybe one's a workplace or something like that. They don't have to be, you know, the people around you. It can be situations, right? It's like if you found peace with it, indeed, if you found peace, someone's not happy about this. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like this is victory, right? This can be accolades, but it's like someone doesn't like that. It could be that someone, because the ten of, it's like you've put down these burdens, right? And then there's this. It's like you've left this karmic circus, right? I got that from another reader online. Was it the karmic circus? But seriously, though, that's true, right? Because when you can see, perhaps, because everyone can be accountable, right? You can say, well, perhaps it's your dark thoughts or whatever that led you to assume things. Maybe it's, you know, we think people have things to contribute. Sometimes it's just the fact that you exist that people don't like. In which case, it's not down to you to argue. It's not down to you to in any way behave badly, in a sense, right? You can behave like a grown adult, a mature person, and you can walk away from this drama, right? And the fact that you've walked away from this drama is now what's leading you to the success. You've gone through a rite of passage here. But someone isn't happy about that. or some people. So indeed, this could actually be a group or some people. Because it's interesting how everyone's kind of looking in the same direction. But then there's this one person, is this one person, maybe on the camera, right? There's just one person in the background here with their one just like tagging behind. And they're just, oh, everyone else is looking forward. But this one person's like just looking up at this person, like, no, just with the one there, like pitchfork people, like, no, naysayers, you know? And they're like kind of not happy about that. There's like one individual, or like, there's perhaps a small number of people are just not happy that you found peace. And that's interesting, it's because that shows like that they just wanted to argue, they just wanted something to talk about, they just wanted something to gossip about. If they've come to the conclusion that they're not happy that you have peace collective, if there's a cross watcher watching, then maybe look at this and think to yourselves, well, why do you want to carry on doing this? Why can't you find peace? Wouldn't you rather live and have a level of peace? you know It's like these burdens are being let go of, and this is a stage card as well. These are both, the one, two, three, four stage cards. So these are to do with life's lessons, right? Let's keep going. Okay, we've got the nine of wands here. The seven of cups in the upright, both in the upright. The fool reversed. The six of pentacles in the upright, and this five of pentacles. Page of pentacles. The moon, both in the upright. Judgment. The eight of swords in the reverse, and the eight of wands at the bottom of the deck. We've got the two of pentacles in the reverse. Do you know what's strange about this collective? Is with the fool in the center, it feels like with judgment here, like you're being freed. So it's almost like people were trying to stop you from moving forward, right? They were trying to keep you in a stagnant energy, try to make you think that you will always be in this energy, fight or flight mode. But actually, this is potential. What has happened here is you've learned those lessons, and that is how you found peace. Because the bottom here is this, meditating on that pentacle, right? Meditating on your environment, trying to understand self, understand your environment, you understand yourself. Triggers, learning to respond instead of react. In which case, that's a very mature thing to do, because we can only control ourselves, control our own triggers. You drive yourself stir crazy if you try to control other people. And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to control other people? Yeah, this is what's bugging. It's someone is so annoyed, collective, that their Leo energy, it's almost like they're creating drama. They're creating like impossible internal drama here because you've walked away from things that no longer serve you. And you see your wand here, like you've just taken your wand and you're like, "Do you know what? I can only control myself, my passions, my beliefs, and my attitudes. So when these things develop and grow in life, then you automatically, things don't serve you anymore. So you walk forward. It's just natural to do that because things don't resonate with you. So the things that don't resonate with you anymore, they fall away from you. And that's not even in a bitter way. Why would you want to be bitter again? You know, when these things happen, the universe just moves things around for everyone's highest good. It's not that one person is, uh, you know, purposely being difficult here, because it's not. Because if you found peace, that's not being difficult. Your peace is not being difficult, right? That's silly. I feel that's silly. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I feel that's silly, right? Because your peace is your peace. Down here, when you've got the moon, what's interesting about this moon is in the background, here it is again. It's like you're moving forward not just in this realm, but perhaps in other realms, like your higher mind, and you're learning to understand about your internal triggers and how you can learn to flow with the universe, the ebb and flow of the universal waters, right, that feed into your fires of creation, right? Because once you understand your internal world, you can affect your external world, and sometimes it happens automatically. Nonetheless, you have to take action because you're the manifestation. Here we've got the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Fool, and Judgment. It's like people wanted to keep you burdened. They wanted to keep you stuck, but you're like, nah, you let that go. You know what I mean? And because you've let go of those burdens, this is really bugging. It's like you're in this energy like this, and that's bugging them. They want you to be like this. But Judgment is saying, no, you can't be stagnant. Whoever I'm speaking to into the collective here, the universe is guiding you in a way to say, look, you need to answer your calling and go after your truth. Work hard on your manifestations. Because once you see something, you can't unsee it. I don't know where that just came from, but it's true, right? Once you see something, you can't unsee it. So when you see that things don't serve you anymore, you're not going to stick around with that. It's like a job or something, right? Where you realize it doesn't resonate with you anymore. Like for me in the past, so I decided to take steps to go, right? It was calculated steps over about a couple of 3 months, and I made sure that I was in a good position before I just up to the left like you do, right? You don't just put your notice in like tra. You make sure that you've got backup plans and you're financially covered. Roof over your head, food in your stomach, clothes in your back, and a warm bed to sleep in at very least. Something is being balanced out here, right? And that is very, very powerful. The Seven of Swords. If you're leaving whatever this is behind, collective, here and here, right? What's also happening is the universe is saying, well, this is now leading to your balance. It could be financial, but it feels more like these scales are being balanced for you, that you've learned those life lessons, and that's the reason why you're no longer in this self-imposed mental prison. And instead, you're moving forward in a structured way here with success and this Five of Pentacles. It may have seemed like you were left out in the cold somehow, but it's not as simple as that, because this can also be, well, you want a change in your life, therefore the universe will move things around so that you can have that change. It may seem painful at the time, but it's not there to punish you, collective. It's there to be as lessons, right? So it could be that you felt like you were in solitude, but solitude can be a very, very good thing. It's actually a very powerful position to be in for yourself, because then you learn think more about yourself, a lot more. This is leading to a very swift new beginning. And this Two of Pentacles can be that perhaps in the past you weren't in alignment, but now you are. Right now you are. Right, with this Ten of Cups, this perfected success. And by perfected success with this card, it's not meaning about that you're perfect or that everything is going to be hunky dory. That's not life. What it means is what you've been aiming for in life is coming together, because we only compare with ourselves and our past and our future and what we seek to achieve for ourselves, not with other people, right? And that could be why this misalignment happened in the past, because you were around people, places, or things, or in a job or something like that that just didn't resonate with you. And the universe had to flip that around and say, well, now, hang on a second, mate, you're not actually in the right position. Your ship is going in the wrong direction, so something needed to be done. And with the Hermit, that was revealed to you in some way, that your visions were off, you know? This Ten of Cups here is one of my favorite cards in the deck, because it speaks about trial and tribulation at the same time. The perfect conditions to create this rainbow, and the happiness that comes with that, because even a happy ending has to be worked for, and certainly somebody here had to do that. I'm sure we all know what that feels like, right? Even if you feel like the full manifestation of that happy ending hasn't happened, or there are other aspects that sometimes, excuse me, that need to come into place before that can happen, as long as the wait may seem, you know, because it is the 10, it's the full manifestation. So from the ace all the way down to 10, it can seem like it takes quite a while, but we can only flow as fast as the manifestation will take. For some of you, this could be years, right? Like 2 or more years. And along this journey, it could seem like things were taken from you, just consistently sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice, that you kept on being left out, like you felt like your manifestations weren't coming about, like nothing was happening. And it can lead to a level of frustration, right? Where we're completely stuck in our heads and we think to ourselves, well, why? Why is it that everybody else's manifestations come about and mine haven't? It can be it can be very painful. It can show you a lot about your tenacity to reframe it into something that's more positive so that it's more agreeable with your mindset, your current mindset, right? Not for you to, you don't live in la la land, but it's more like you think to yourself, well, these things happened, right? And so as I grow and I develop, then all I can do is flow with that. Be patient with yourself and give yourself self love in the process. Getting frustrated with the universe and other people really will serve you no good. And that could be what is triggering these people over here, this person, is that they can see that you're moving forward and they don't like that they can't do that. Like they can't get out of that mindset of being within a personal war. So that's what they're projecting out into the universe. Let's clarify. Yeah, we use the scale the other day. If you do enjoy my content collective, please consider subscribing. It can help to bring more developments into your life. I typically post on a daily basis, or as often as possible. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, I have put the details for my email address and the website in the description box below. The Six of Pentacles came out. Yeah, there's something here. Like I said, there's something fair here. And what it took collective, yeah, the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What it took collective was for you to find your peace first, speaking your truth, right? People will always try to discredit you. They'll always try to make you feel less than, or in some way try to poke holes in your achievements, whether it's your family, your home, um, you know, your business, your career. They'll always try to find something, and really, it can be painful. And you can think, well, how can it be like that? Why aren't people, we don't need external validation. But if you've been there to help others, then you think to yourself, well, why are those people turning against my manifestations? And it can be disheartening. You think, oh, why am I alone? That's a point in solitude, is that they're your manifestations. Keep it to yourself and keep on growing, keep on flowing, right? In a lot of cases, say 90% of the time, from my personal experience, is that when people were talking like this, they actually knew nothing about what I was doing, knew nothing about my life. They could only assume, you know? Like people could say certain things, and I'm like, well, you haven't been in my shoes. You don't know what I lived through, right? And it's the same thing that we say about other people. My younger years, yes, I'm sure we've all been in a situation where been a little bit judgmental and we didn't know everything about it. And you learn the lesson of saying, well, you weren't in that person's shoes, you don't know what they went through. A level of compassion can go a long way without being mamby-pamby. It's just about saying, well, if everybody minded their own business in life, then maybe the world would be a better place, to put it frankly. Here, collective, where we've got this Six of Pentacles, it's not just something about balance here, but it's about alignment. Those coins in the hand have the alchemical planetary symbols on them, right? And the four here, your peace is bugging the life out of somebody, right? It's bugging the life out of somebody, right? They can't stand it. And it's something about as well, that you're not ashamed of your spirituality, right? See the white rose there? The white rose can speak about a higher connection, so do lilies, right? Spiritual connection and spiritual communication with lilies, right? But here, with the four swords here, is typically rest. This to me feels like meditation. They're almost levitating here. The shadows all the way underneath them. So they are levitating in this image. Lily in one hand and red rose in the other. Self-love and spiritual connection. Someone is so incredibly annoyed, spirit, excuse me, collective, that maybe they feel like they don't like your divine favor. Yeah, they don't like your spiritual connection. Exactly. They don't like your inner peace with the Queen of Pentacles here, right? They really, really, really don't like it. And that's a shame because we all find peace in our own way in life, no matter what that looks like. Maybe some people are grieving, for example, and they may be drinking a little bit. As a friend, you might turn and say, is everything all right? But to turn around and criticize their lifestyle and say, well, should you be drinking in a derogatory way? That's not helping. That's not in any way going to support, you know? There's no need to like emotionally monitor people because it can lead to them thinking that there's something wrong with them when actually they're actually grieving and they deserve to have their space, their time. Here, collective, with the Ten of Wands in reverse, right? We've got the world, yeah. It was an end to this cycle because you regained your elements. You regained balance between your elements, that is to say, between each of your realms, right? Almost in a way like you understand how your realms move around in different situations. So how you may emotionally respond to some situations and how that can lead to your wands energy where you may have fiery passion. In the reverse, that can be anger, right? Can be, and with the sword, same thing. That can be malice, manipulation. So with this, a renewal of your energies meant you have to start a new cycle. We can see in here again the lily and the rose. The lily and the rose in hand here. It's about you creating this new cycle for yourself because you have to go through this collective to learn those lessons to come out of it, right? And when you come out of it, then you can see the truth of some situations around you, right? The things that triggered you and how maybe in the past with some people you were in a trauma bond situation with where, it was all about negativity or, things that no longer resonate with you anymore. And it's not to look down at people or in any way to think that you're above them. I certainly don't believe that anyone's beneath anybody. And certainly no one's above anybody either. We're all equals on this planet, I feel. That's my personal opinion, right? We go through life trying to understand ourselves and thereby we can understand others around us and have some compassion, you know? The High Priestess, exactly. Becoming connected. And yeah, but the elements here, right? With the High Priestess, it's like your conscious mind connects with your higher mind. You learn to understand your universe more so, and that's what's led to your personal victory here. And that is bugging the life out of someone. You left this karmic circus here. Yeah, 7 to the 8, right? Whatever was in your mind, whatever you were trapped in, and it could have been a cycle that was long going on for you, collective. It could have been a cycle that was going on for a very long time. Because for you to come out of that energy and actually to say, right, I've aligned. See in this card, particularly in this deck, right? You can see how they've all lined up like a ladder. It's like you had to go through this and rise and rise and rise through your own thoughts, your own emotions, and your own troubles before you could then turn around and say, well, actually, I've been trapping myself this whole time within my own thoughts, right? So that's part of the reason why you left the karmic circus. That karmic circus can also be within. That's how it as within, so without, right? But it's more than that here. It's almost like, say now, for example, it's people, places, and things. Well, then you understand, well, why did I resonate with that in the past, if you ever did, and why you don't now. And when you start to understand, you're like, oh, right, okay. So once you have that understanding, you can put it down, put it to one side, and move forward with your life. You're free, to move forward into the success and go through this rite of passage here with the 4 of Wands and have this welcome back 6 of Wands and have this victory. You see now, we're in the upright here. We're going into a phase of, indeed, it's interesting how 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups over here. And we've got, it's almost like the families here as well. Like new connections here, like new soul tribe perhaps. This doesn't necessarily have to be family, although, it does look like a family on the card. But it can be new beginnings. Like the young elements of the card there can speak about things, new projects, new endeavors. And these older elements can speak about parts of you that you kept and the parts of you that matured in order to achieve this 10 of Cups for yourself. Right? And then that 10 of Cups reflects outside of you. Spirit, tell me about this 9. This 9 of Wands. 5 of Wands. You know what, collective? Because there's a 5 and a 5 there, 5s can speak about drastic change. Right? There was some level of inner turmoil here, and it was because of something that was going on outside of you with people, places, and things. But you strategized your way out of it. Not unscathed, because after all, when you look at this 9, they're wearing a bandage as well that can be seen as the wounded warrior with Sagittarius energy, right? The Sagittarius energy also comes with the philosophy of understanding life, the consistent spiritual pursuit of trying to learn more. Maybe it's psychology if you're not spiritual, right? Maybe it's that you're developing forward in a way that is more carnal, right? So maybe like you're training more. Maybe you're learning more about psychology, looking into different skills you can develop your financial income, whatever it might be. But it took learning these lessons from the people around you and from yourself and how you reacted in the past to end up in this higher mind and to walk away from them, walk away from these things, that is to say, right? No matter what it looks like to you, yeah. And now this communication is coming, like this strong sense of moving forward. There's a seven again on this fool. This is, yeah, right? These are people, places, and things that perhaps try to keep you stuck. You can see the cobra down here, right? Like we saw the one person in that card. It could be that one person who was actually a cobra in your life, somebody who kept on striking at you, and you actually didn't realize at the time who it was. And then when you realize who it was, it sort of left you in a state of this Eight of Swords, right? Because that is on top of this Seven of Swords here. But now you've freed yourself in having that victory. It could be that person because you've left that cycle. It could be that one person who doesn't like the fact that you're in touch with your empathic nature, your psychic mind, or your sensitivity with Pisces energy on the page there. That purity of knowing who you are, being kind and caring to people around you, and generally being a decent human being. It doesn't have to be Pisces. I can speak about Piscean energy. Drastic introspection, the same as Virgo energy, right? That drastic introspection because you naturally understand self, in your high vibrational state, that is. This Six of Pentacles here with the Eight of Pentacles, and then the Five of Pentacles for Temperance, yeah. The universe carried you away so that you could turn into this energy. Maybe you've become a light worker, earth angel, starseed, some sort of healer, or maybe you're changing your career for something that's more balanced and in line with who you are. This Eight of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles underneath is really nice energy to be in because it shows that you were prudent along this journey, that you actually worked hard on, even though it felt like you consistently kept being left out, like your manifestations weren't happening. I mean, look at this. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, a Fool in reverse, the Seven of Swords, this Eight of Swords here. It's like you felt like you were consistently being left out. You're surrounded by it even. But now you're free. Where you were then left out in the cold, you took that and use it as a lesson to grow and evolve into this higher being, this higher state of self, right? To become more of who you are, like your true self, purified, as it were, right? No baggage or, but still in a loving nature. Like no need in any way to blame other people because we're all accountable for our own behavior, right? Even though people may have hurt and harmed us, yes, speak the truth of it. And I would say absolutely speak the truth of it, collective. Don't live in a situation or be in a situation where you feel trapped. I certainly know how that feels, right? And it can feel incredibly unfair, but it's there for the universe to test you, to test your patience, test your resilience. Where we've got this Page of Pentacles with the Chariot, definitely, right? It's like your heart is being renewed because you found this balance between Boaz and Yakin. I say that because you've got the High Priestess here, right? Typically the two pillars either side of Boaz and Yakin, mercy and severity. By finding that balance, you find that peace that we had at the beginning. The moon, the seven here. An illusion is cleared. Yeah, some illusion is cleared for you. And the choices that you've been given now in life are looking very handsome, to be fair. And here, in this deck, this is the steed of the Knight of Cups, this Loch Ness kind of entity, right? It's like, well, that is implying in this card, you've gone towards a new beginning, and that this is what the universe is offering. This is what the universe is showing, that you can achieve these things if you want to. Judgment has been called, and you've realized those things that didn't serve you. The one thing that did is right there in front of you, although you may not looking at it now. It could be like a hidden surprise for you, something that's coming towards you, collective, that can really help you to build and to know that the patience that you had with the universe and patience you had with yourself is actually paying off. But you've been freed from some cycle, collective. The devil in this deck that was just at the bottom of the deck, the chains have been released, unlike in other decks. It can be that you've been freed from your own personal strain, your own personal hang-ups, whatever they may look like, Good for you, collective. It looks like you, and here we go again, the rose and the lily in this card. We spoke earlier about creating a new cycle, and here, this growth again, right? This newfound beginning that you found for yourself. And here we have the Eight of Swords in reverse with the 10. Nice. With the 10 of Pentacles. And finally, what's coming in quick is the King of Swords, something about the truth. Some logic, some truth. Official, And this can speak about God, the universe, spirit, ancestors, and spirit guides, right? But it could also be something to do with the law. Maybe it's a lawyer, maybe it's a solicitor or something like that. It's, or it could be somebody in this energy, someone who's bringing the truth to you. It's possible. It's possible. But it could be that you found that truth and that's how you're able to charge forward. This could also speak about a new career. If it is, congratulations, collective, and I hope it works out for you. Especially with this Ten of Pentacles, this newfound wisdom came after you had to release yourself from whatever this was. And that's not easy, collective. It's really, really not easy, but it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be easy. Who wants easy? Who wants, exactly. Something is charging in towards you. Yes. Right. Indeed, with the Eight of Wands as well. This can speak about connection to the universe, grandeur in the sense of being passionate about God, the universe, spirit divine, because that's how downloads come in, is that you're connected with the universe. You are one with the universe because you are the manifestation. So it's like this could be something literally from spirit divine. It could also be a gift, something that says, look, your wait wasn't in vain, and it's coming quickly, some communication. Let's split the deck. The Emperor. If this is, it could be something political. Again, this can be something because this is carnal law, right? This is law within this realm. So it could actually be something to do with law. It could be something to do with a lawyer or solicitor or something. But it could also be if anyone's on higher soulmate or twin flame journey, this could literally be an empress coming in to bring some communication to balance out a situation, right? So if you're on a twin flame journey, congratulations, collective. It could be your empress coming in if I'm speaking to a divine feminine, right? Even though I feel that these cards are entwined because the empire is created with both the emperor and the empress. So whether I'm speaking to divine feminine or divine masculine, this could be your divine counterpart that's coming in, or for some of you, a higher level soulmate. Nice. So in this better reading, collective, let us get a namaste card. Would like to join the conversation online, collective? I put the links down below for Instagram and Facebook pages. Please feel free to join us. Love to have you there. Here we had a blessing from the light. Indeed, what did we just say about a blessing coming in here? The universe, spirit divine, right? You are dearly loved, more than you could possibly imagine, and you are never alone. A universe of love and light surrounds you and showers you with blessings that ebb and flow in your heart. Beautiful, you know? Indeed, that peace that you found here, collective, right? This light here, even, It's like this eureka moment happened and you realize when actually you're free from your own pain and your own, and that's good, collective. That's really, really good. Maybe that was the final key here. If anybody's on a twin flame journey, they know what I'm talking about when I say the divine union starts from within. So when you find that light within you, then external union can take place. So that could be what the universe is bringing in for someone here. If this light is speaking about, if when we spoke about career, maybe it was something that's coming in for you that's more aligned with your affinities. Maybe you always wanted to do art or music. So now you found a pathway to do that, and perhaps you're starting a side hustle or um, something like that, and it'll grow and develop into something more because it's the six, not the 10, but the 10's down here. So perhaps it's a confirmation that whenever you want to start collective, there will be trial and tribulation, but along the way, you will ultimately get to this point of the 10 of Pentacles. The wisdom, because it's not just about money, it's also about the wisdom and the experience that comes with it. Wow. Well, thank you for joining me here today, collective. And as always, please take care of yourselves.